Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Your Mark on the World show. I'm your host, Devin Thorpe, and our guest today is Shane DeRolf, who is an Emmy Award winning children's book author who is the founder of the Big Words Club. Shane, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Devin.
We're thrilled to have you and grateful that you would take the time to be with us today. Today, you wanted us to talk about how your Big Word Club is helping to close the word gap. First, tell us what the word gap is.
The word gap is a gap in vocabulary between 400 and 700 words. Generally, it all comes down to socioeconomic status. Kids from lower socioeconomic families historically have a lower vocabulary than their more privileged classmates. The count is somewhere between 400 and 700 by the time a child is 4 years old. And this gap, by the time a child enters kindergarten, if we don't find a way to help close that gap, the kids never catch up.
Wow. It really is scary, the implications of this, because some of the research you've talked about suggests this gap has lifelong implications, even though we're talking about measuring this word gap at age 5.
That's right. That's right. By the time a child, vocabulary is the single best predictor of success in school and life. A child's vocabulary at 5 years old is the single best predictor of his or her ability to read by 3rd grade. It's amazing how important it is and how little we talk about it as a society.
Well, it's one of those things I think we're just beginning to understand how important it is. So what does the Big Word Club do to address this?
So if there's a gap of 400 to 700 words between rich and poor, we said, well, what can we do about it? Well, we've decided to help parents and teachers teach their kids, their students, one new big word every day of the school year. And we do it in ways that kids love and that work for busy parents and teachers. Every day, in less than 1 minute a day, in an animated video, we introduce kids to a new big word, 5 days a week. We take those 5 big words and we reinforce the meaning in a book, in an animated music video, and in a dance. By the end of the week, they've learned those 5 words. Add them all up, that's 180 new words every year. Every year that you're in the Big Word Club, we make a significant dent in the word gap.
This is really an exciting thing because it can be done so quickly. How are you assessing the children's learning to make sure they're actually capturing the word, the meaning, and adding it to their vocabulary?
Well, we just completed in June a pilot of about 2,000 preschool and elementary school teachers. So our research that backs it up at this point is pretty much anecdotal in that teacher testimonials. But in some of the feedback that we've gotten, teachers have done their own sort of ad hoc testing. And because it's so much fun and the words are so much fun and the kids are getting exposed to it in so many different ways, it's a multimodal approach to learning vocabulary, they're using it in conversation. And the teachers are sharing that with us. It's really working.
Yeah. So give us a sense of some of the words that the program teaches the kids. You call them big words. How big are these words?
Well, there's some that are very big. Archaeopteryx is one of our big words.
What is archaeopteryx?
Do you know what an Archaeopteryx is?
I have no idea.
An Archaeopteryx was the first dinosaur with feathers.
Son of a gun.
And preschoolers are using that word. They're singing that song and they're talking about it.
That's great. Well, when you're
preposterous, gargantuan.
Yeah, these are great words, great words. And so the kids learn to actually use these words in context appropriately, and they become lifelong tools for them.
Exactly, exactly.
Now, how does a teacher incorporate this program into her curriculum?
So it's a digital learning platform. It starts with a big word of the day, which in less than 1 minute, we introduce that word. Kids see it spelled correctly and phonetically. They hear it. They see it and hear it defined. And then we do a little short skit that helps reinforce that meaning, a little clever kind of skit as a takeaway. And then the animated book, the animated music video, and the dance are all separate videos that teachers can use any way they want. We found, on average, even though the bulk of our videos, the big word of the day, is less than 1 minute, 1 minute long, teachers are spending about 9 minutes a day, all in, accessing it. And it's all modular, so they can use it any way they want. Some teachers, and there's also a weekly review where we take all 5 words in a short 2 to 3 minute video and sum it all up. So teachers are using it any way they like. It's really dependent upon their prerogative in the classroom.
Wow. Now, how do parents get a hold of the program and incorporate it into their instruction, however informal it may be, with their children?
You bet. Big Word Club is available by subscription for $59.99 a year. A family or a teacher has total access to all our content. Right now, we have over 300 videos. By January, we hope to have over 600. So we continue to grow the content library.
That's great. Well, this sounds like such a fun program and has such great potential to help close the word gap. It's really, really exciting. You gave us a sense of some of the pilot testing. Give us a sense of where you are anticipating being in this upcoming school year. Are you getting some traction for expanding the program?
Yes, we're actually, on Monday, we'll be launching a national pilot where we're inviting all teachers, all parents, all caregivers that would like to try Big Word Club this fall, from the time they sign up, which can be as early as Monday, through September 30th, free, unlimited access to all our content. We feel the more people who try it, the more kids are going to be helped. So we want to get as many people into the pilot as humanly possible between now and the end of September.
That's great. And where do people go if they want to participate in that free trial?
Bigwordclub.com is the place to start. We'll be doing a lot of advertising and marketing, but bigwordclub.com is a pretty good place to start.
Good. Now, I want to just shift gears a little bit and talk to you a little bit about your background. You are sitting in front of your Emmy Awards, and I suspect if I had a roster of Emmy Awards like you have, I would probably have them tattooed or stapled onto my clothing. Tell us a little bit, how did you earn those Emmy Awards?
They came from children's television and also animated public service announcements that are also children's books that I wrote.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, you are clearly, all the great things you've done as an author, as an Emmy winner, a role model to a lot of people. Who do you look up to as a role model?
That's easy for me. There's a woman in Boulder named Robin O'Brien. And Robin, like you, comes from the financial, you may know Robin. Robin is on a mission, and I've watched her on this mission for years to basically help bring clean and safe food to make it affordable, make it accessible, no matter what zip code you live in. And she is so brilliant and so wonderful. She's just incredible, an incredible human being.
Oh, that's great. As I'm thinking about your life and the work that you're doing, I can't help but wonder, while we've talked about why closing the word gap is important, I wonder why you feel such a personal connection and responsibility for addressing that problem. Why do you do what you do?
Because I think I can do something about it. And I think when we identify something that we think we can do something about, we should do it.
That's great philosophy, great philosophy. Now, we like to ask all of our guests for what I call an impact hack, some tip that would help us to do more good. And certainly you're doing a lot of good, having a lot of impact. We'd like to do more. What's your impact hack?
I think it's two things. As you know, dreams don't come with a blueprint. When you're trying to accomplish something you've never done before, you don't know how you're going to get from here to there. But generally, if you look hard enough, you know what you need to do today. Do it. And then tomorrow, do what you need to do that day. That's one. And the other is, no matter how hard it is, never give up.
That's great tips, great tips. Well, let's just quickly review before you go. I appreciate your time today, Shane, but before you go, tell us how people can connect with you personally, learn more about Big Words Club, and sign up.
Feel free to email me at Shane, S-H-A-N-E, at bigwordclub.com. Go to bigword.com, sign up for a free trial, take it for a test drive, share it with your kids,
Fantastic.
your grandkids, your students.
Fantastic. That's great. And we listen, Shane, we really appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. We wish you every success in helping us all close this word gap for the vulnerable children in our communities.
Well, Devin, thank you so much for making the time and allowing me to visit with you.
Thank you. Now, let's do some good.
Thank you.